Today I'm going on another road trip on Tesla, and this is a new direction for me. I already did a trip down to the south to Spain and Portugal. I also did a trip a little bit east-south to Romania, and now I'm going to Baltics. In the next 3 days I'm gonna drive to Vilnius. I'm actually gonna drop the car there, take a bus and go to Minsk, Belarus to meet my parents. I'm just gonna show you the road trip, how it's going, what obstacles are on the way. Just basically take you with me on this vlog of Tesla road trip. Alright, let's go on the road trip. ...170 kilometers done, and I decided to make a first step. I actually didn't need to do it, but I just wanted to take a break a little bit. This is supercharger in Bad Oeynhausen. I'm charging currently, and while I'm charging I want to take a little nap because I haven't slept very well today, and driving while unrested, never good idea. So let's take a little power nap. Alright, charging complete. I need to find a little coffee. I think the Burger King is my best choice. Nee. Danke. I think all the thank you words in my head turned into the mush. I just told the lady at the cashier, dankjewel, thank you, and dankeschön, everything together. But I got my coffee. While I'm drinking coffee, a little info about this road trip. Traveled, as I said, around 170 kilometers, and in total it will be around 1,500 kilometers, and I'm gonna drive through Germany, where I already am. I drove a little bit by the Netherlands, but it was very quick, 100 kilometers from the border, our house in Zwolle. Today I will stay in Berlin, and tomorrow I'm gonna drive to Poland. It will be my first time driving in Poland. I'm gonna stay in Warsaw at my friend, and then I'm gonna drive to Lithuania, which I also haven't been like ever, not only by car. It's gonna be interesting. And I've been meaning to meet my parents for a while now. Something always logistically didn't work. I didn't want to go to Russia, and my parents can't really go to Europe, especially my mom. She doesn't fly. She has to travel by land. It's a little bit hard with all the borders closed. So I found a compromise in Belarus, in Minsk. Plus I haven't been there. Many of my friends are from Belarus, so I'm gonna check it out, see the city. Not sure if I'm gonna be filming video there because I'm gonna be focusing on having time with my parents. I think I'm more or less rested. I need to continue the trip, which is going to the next supercharger in Magdeburg. I'm going to be there in 216 kilometers in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Let's go. Pretty expected traffic jam on Autobahn, but it's a good time to a little bit relax after this very quick driving on Autobahn. I feel like I said in every video how I don't like driving on Autobahn. The surface of the road is never great. It has little potholes, it's sometimes uneven and you kind of jumping. Not a great asphalt, and sometimes not even asphalt, but some kind of concrete. But at least since I'm driving towards Berlin this time, I have 3 lanes instead of 2. Very often on Autobahn you have 2 lanes, especially in the west, and the right lane is filled with trucks, and so you have to kind of choose the left lane. Sometimes it's not as comfortable on the left lane. Anyway, it's 160 more kilometers and 2 hours until the next stop. Another stop. To be honest, I should have stopped a little bit later, but decided it's time to have my lunch. So I stopped at Peine, Germany. It's only 3 hours and 258 kilometers until Berlin, and I already traveled for 279. This charger is 250 kilowatts, so I don't even have time to eat my food. I recently really enjoy taking this just simplest sandwiches. This way I don't need to think about finding a cafe, sitting there, ordering. Just bring the sandwich. 2 bananas, 1 sandwich, done. Let's get back on the road. One weird thing about these V4 chargers is that this button never works. You have to go inside, tap here, and then open the charging port. That's quite annoying. I just found this sticker on the Tesla superchargers, and I think I'm gonna try to get something for free. Geestgetränk zum Schokoladen. Let's try what it is. Hello.
Hello.
Can I have 1 cappuccino?
To go or here?
To go. And you have a stickers there for free drink on the chargers? You don't know?
Gerne. Kannst du essen?
Dankeschön.
Tschüss.
Cheers. That's smart. Schokoladenhaus. And Laden means charging. Turns out to get free drink, you need to buy chocolate in this Schokoladen store, at least for 20 euro. I only got myself a coffee, got this small cup for almost 4 euro. I'm gonna go to the next destination, which is Magdeburg. It's gonna be the last charger before Berlin.
It stared them in the eye. The moment the water boiled, especially if you forgot the pot on the projectiles, was so counterintuitive effective artillery.
In 300 meters, take the A2 slip road on the left towards Berlin.
Last stop at Magdeburg. I'm gonna charge for 10-15 minutes and I'm going to Berlin. I found a parking spot in the area near my friend. To be completely honest, so far the trip was very uneventful. Apart from a few rains and winds on the road, it was just a straightforward trip. If you are thinking about going by a Tesla in Germany or the Netherlands, it's very easy to travel here. You don't need to think about anything, just plan your route via the navigator. It will travel you through all the charges. All the charges are working without any issues. They're accessible. Most of them have facilities, so you can use a bathroom, you can buy a coffee, you can grab a bite. It's extremely easy to travel here. Let's see if tomorrow Poland experience will bring the same emotions in me, because here I've already traveled quite a lot. If you haven't seen my video traveling to Romania, for example, check it out. Let me just put myself together and travel the last leg, Berlin. I'm gonna stay the night at my friend's place. Seeing how other people use Tesla superchargers, for example, this is an MG car. It was struggling for a couple of guys to figure out how to enable the app, how to turn on the Tesla supercharger. Just a nice reminder how easily it is to travel by Tesla, where you just plug in and wait until the car is charged. Such a nice experience. I'm very close. I'm going to the area called Friedrichshain. It's 15 more minutes, couple of congestions here. Alright, I'm arrived. It's 4 p.m. 30 minutes. So in total I drove today 540 kilometers. And it's excluding a little bit in the Netherlands where I didn't track. So I parked right here in Friedrichshain. To be completely honest, I'm very tired. Especially the last hour in Berlin was, I think, a bit of a mistake. I should have parked at P+R somewhere outside of the city and just take a train. It would be much easier. Basically, one last hour I spent in the traffic jams in Berlin just to park near the house of my friend. I could have used the train. It would be much faster and less demanding. But anyway, I'm happy that I'm arrived. I'm gonna go to my friend's apartment. We're gonna have some dinner tomorrow when I will be heading to Warsaw. And it's gonna be interesting part of the trip, as Poland will be new for me, the new country where I haven't driven. I had a great time in Berlin. It's a city I always enjoy visiting. It's full of life and cool people. We had a relaxing evening with my friend, played some games, watched some movies, and played with his funny cat. Good morning.
So what's the best time for you? We could play your games, but I could never see me lose.
I'm already walking the streets of Berlin. It's 7 a.m. I'm departing for the next day of Tesla travel. Today we're going to Warsaw.
And I've been checking out your moves. You will slip and slide, but I can always catch your groove. I've been hurt before and saw you inside me, pulling on my heart, all the strings will fly.
And we have 6 hours 30 minutes including charging points. So I'm gonna be in Warsaw around 2 p.m. It's never gonna happen because it's always too optimistic. I'm gonna stop to get some food, etc. My expectations around 3:30, something like this. Berlin is surprisingly lively this morning. I hoped that 7 a.m. everybody is asleep, but I guess it was too optimistic, people going to work already. I'm gonna drive to my first stop, which is Berlin Supercharger, in 15 minutes. Let's go.
I've been checking out your moves. You will slip and slide, but I can always catch your groove.
First charge of the day. Gonna probably charge to 100% since charging points become scarce when I'm crossing the Poland. Basically, I have one in Poznan, one in Lutz, and the next one's already in Warsaw. I'm probably gonna charge 100% everywhere. One of the chargers park to charge, so I probably need to pay for parking on one of those chargers as well. We'll see how it works. I love road trips, but the most annoying part is how your body is becoming so stiff, especially lower back in my case. So I'm trying to do like a little exercises where I can, otherwise I'm gonna be hurting badly after the 3 days road trip.
I've been doing all I can, and baby, I'm not built to fight like on the daily, but you know I just need.
Everything is closed around this area. I decided to go to some shopping mall. I think it's on the border of Poland and Germany. Hopefully they have something open there where I can buy some coffee. I wanted coffee a little bit earlier, so I found somewhere on the outskirts of Berlin and bought myself some espresso macchiato, which is like cold coffee with milk. I couldn't find toilets or anything where I can fill my water, so I just bought. And strange thing that in Germany everything called mineral Wasser, which is like should be mineral water. I couldn't find the regular water. I guess all the water
Now turn
here.
right onto Alt Kausdorf.
Thank you. I guess all the water here is mineral, and thank God I found at least the still one without any carbonation. And also some snacks. I love the bakeries and even little baked stuff in Germany, so I bought myself a little mozzarella pizza and a couple of croissants. I'm gonna snack on that. Continue my trip to Poland. I just did this stupidest thing. Because I'm recording this on my new iPhone in ProRes and log profile, the files of the video are massive. It's already almost filled 500 gigabytes of my phone. I figured maybe I can upload it to iCloud, and then when I have time I'm gonna download it on my hard drive. But I didn't think that I'm on a 5G, and uploading apparently also uses the bundle of my mobile. Right now I ran out of all of the internet, and for some reason a Dido application doesn't work without internet, although it would be better if it worked on their own network. Maybe because I'm in Germany and it's roaming. I don't have internet for now. I need to find some kind of Wi-Fi and buy an additional bundle. Until then, the only internet I have is on the Tesla. I hope nobody will misses me while I don't have the internet. Anyway, I ate my croissant, I drink some cold coffee. It's time finally hit the road. It's already 8:43 and I was hoping that I'm gonna be in Poland by now, so let's go. As soon as I exited Berlin, we got a traffic jam. Hopefully it's not very long one. I think I'm close to Polish border. I already see that everything merges into one lane. Republic Poland. Such a nice forest and river right away. Poland has very nice nature. The merging into one lane was because they washing the bridge, not because of the border. And here is border. I hope it's okay to film here actually. Some police. What kind of speed limits do we have here? 140, wow, surprising. Okay, there is nothing much going on the border. Welcome to Poland. I decided to take a quick break, hit the Żabka, which is Polish store chain. It's actually very nice here, much better than German rest stops. There's a very nice forest. Here is Żabka. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit and try to figure out my situation with internet. Maybe I'll find some Wi-Fi. Alright, I haven't found Wi-Fi here on the rest stop, but I discovered that Odido actually sent me the SMS, so I can send them SMS on a special number, and I bought myself 2.5 gigabytes for almost 10 euro, which is crazy. This mistake cost me 10 euro. But anyway, very nice here on the first parking stop. Look at these trees, a great forest behind me. I'm walking around this huge rest stop. I bought a large cappuccino, which is in Western Europe usually a pretty big problem. You remember the yesterday coffee I bought for 4 euro, I think. This one just 400 milliliters. This is nice. I like it in Poland so far, but I need to hit the road if I wanna arrive to Warsaw. I'm a little bit tired, to be honest, but excited to be in Poland. It's super nice. And also I kind of understand half of the, well, not half, maybe 30% of the language, because it's similar to Russian. Some words are just the same, they're just written in Latin. So it's very nice, and people are polite here too. All right, let's go. From now on I'm gonna record just regular videos, not ProRes log. I hope it's not gonna be terrible in post for color correction, but we'll see. Just my phone will run out of memory if I continue shooting log. It's insanely huge files. We have 1 hour and 30 minutes to go to Poznan for the next supercharger, and I'll see you right here. By the way, I just noticed that I hit 30,000 kilometers on my odometer in total. I think I had Tesla for a little bit over the year, 1 year and 3 months, something like this. So this is how much I traveled. And on this trip already we traveled for 644 kilometers. Charging in Poland. I'm in Poznan. There are 2 superchargers here. One in this area, some kind of shopping mall. One inside the Poznan, inside the city. And the one inside is pretty bad. You can only stay for 30 minutes for free. And afterwards, you need to pay to park there. Also, it's really hard to find a parking machine ticket. People left pretty bad reviews. And this one is perfect. It's new, as you can see. V4 superchargers. And there is no one here. I'm the only one with a Tesla in Poland so far. To be honest, I haven't seen any Teslas on the roads, so I guess it's not as popular, and I would guess in general electric cars are not popular. I'm charging here 100% for sure. The next stop is somewhere near Lutz. I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly. Only one supercharger on the road, and then Warsaw. Next limit here is 140 kilometers per hour, and I wanted to go to speed limit maximum, but the projection of the energy, how much I need, was going down the whole route. So if the route would have been a little bit longer, I think I didn't have enough energy to go on 140 kilometers, so I would have to slow down. This is a downside of an electric car in a country where there are not much superchargers, because you need to drive a whole battery until the next supercharger. I'm glad I made it, didn't need to slow down, so I've been driving 140 kilometers. So far the highway was absolutely amazing. There are quite a lot of trucks, but not as many as in Germany, and the left lane is always empty. There is almost no car. I suspect it's because I'm in the western part of the country, which is, I guess, not as populated, but we'll see when I come closer to Warsaw. It's already on calibrating mode, so it's time to hit the road again. I went to the shopping mall. It's a very nice stop with a lot of stores and shops, and I got myself pumpkin spice latte. I didn't expect it's gonna be like a frappuccino, but it was nice. It was the most expensive coffee in the cafe, and it was still €4. I really like the prices here. All right, total 344. The next stop is 1 hour 47 minutes. It's so strange that to travel 190 kilometers, I'm almost depleting the whole battery, because I'm currently at 100%. Quite strange. Maybe it's because driving 140 kilometers per hour. I'm not sure. Maybe it's already recalculated to this speed. And it's not cold outside. It's plus 13 degrees. It's not like it's winter or anything. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, it's the only supercharger on the road, so I'm gonna be stopping there. Let's hit the road. First time listening to audiobook when I'm traveling, because I always with my wife. Almost finished a brief history of humankind, Sapiens. Amazing book. Totally recommend. I'm on the last chapter.
To buy liability insurance to indemnify consciousness and identity. How long do we Homo sapiens? If ours...
I arrived at the last destination. I think it was around 17%. I'm still a bit shocked that I traveled for 200 kilometers and I almost depleted the whole battery. I think the reason for that is the speed. The whole highway, the whole trip was 140 kilometers per hour. Despite using autopilot, which should kind of optimize energy consumption, I think maybe 140 is just too fast. But anyway, I arrived and it's my last stop before Warsaw, and I have around 1 hour and 10 minutes until Warsaw, 120 kilometers. I'm super excited to visit my friend in Warsaw. We haven't seen each other for a while. Just excited to relax. I got tired a little bit already. Hopefully get some good sleep tonight. This supercharger called Lumix, it's near Lodz, big city in Poland. It's much less fancy. It's not V4. It's a little bit slow. I'm currently charging at 72 kilowatt because it's fully packed. I took the last spot on the supercharger, so the next Tesla now I'm gonna be waiting. It's only 8 chargers here and it's near some just regular hotel. So this one is not as great, but I'm happy it's on the path because otherwise I would have to look for some third-party chargers. It's still possible to get to Warsaw without any third-party chargers. Let's go on the home stretch. So I got 100%. The prediction says it's gonna be 48% when I arrive to Warsaw. I think that's enough. Should last me for the night. And in the morning I will probably drive to Warsaw supercharger right here. Welcome to Warsaw. It seems like a pattern of going inside the cities. I arrived to the city around 3:30. Yesterday in Berlin, today Warsaw. Yesterday it was like 45 minutes. Today it's 25 minutes. You need to drive within the city. Okay, I arrived. City traffic here even more crazy than in Berlin. Also, this parking was quite challenging. I'm gonna figure out how to pay for it. I'm gonna unpack and just meet my friend and take a break. In total, I traveled already 1,119 kilometers and I still have 55% of battery for tomorrow. In Warsaw, I ate some Polish food and we walked around the city while having some nice catch-up with my friend. It was a lovely night. Good morning from Warsaw. I had a pretty good night's sleep today for the first time. I decided to stay a little bit longer because the next point where I'm staying is a Vilnius airport and there's nothing there. I'm not meeting anyone, so I can arrive as late as possible. The one challenge was to figure out the parking here, but I parked on the street where my friend lives and there's parking machines and it was actually quite straightforward. You just put the hours, how many hours you're gonna stay, and it gets you the price. The only downside that when I wanted to extend it, I need to go downstairs, use the machine again, so I couldn't find any apps. But overall, feel pretty great. There's a little tiredness already on the third day, kind of like taking a toll on you, the whole driving the whole day. And let's take a look at the road we have today. I planned the route. This is the apartment where I'm staying in Vilnius airport. Yesterday I planned it and it had just 2 chargers here in Warsaw and then the one in Kaunas in Lithuania. But it seems today this one was added, maybe because it's recalculated with my speed. I'm not sure. And I wonder how much reroute is that, because you can see this is a highway, I can go here, but here is a little reroute because I guess Tesla supercharger is only here. I checked and there is a kind of like third-party chargers if I try to build a route through a better road planner app, but reviews for them are not really great. There are some issues with the app, issues with the charger, and if I gonna miss the charger, it's gonna be a bit of a disaster. So I figured I'm gonna take the reroute and just use regular Tesla supercharger. It seems much easier. All right, let's go, I guess. Finally reach our last destination.
I come running, but I can't come close. Rivers rising, about to overflow.
First supercharger in Warsaw. I think I had like around 30 minutes trip to here through the Warsaw traffic jams, and Tesla already suggesting that I need to go. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna stick to the plan, charge to 100% just in case. Tried to plan the route directly to Lithuania, but unfortunately, as you can see, I cannot reach it. It's gonna be -8%. It suggests to go below 104 kilometers per hour, but I think I'm gonna lose on time on the less speed, even more time. So I guess I'm gonna go through Białystok, which is this charger. I don't think I have much choice, so I'm gonna go. I already traveled for 1,139 kilometers and it's 550 more.
I don't know where to start. We were flying high on us. How did we get so low, love? I feel so lost. I've been stuck in a bad dream that can't seem to end. Now I wish we could go back, but I know we can't. Is there still time to give this one last chance? 'Cause I won't let you down, I won't let you down again. We're underwater.
So I arrived at Białystok on 41% and I'm gonna charge to 100% again. In Białystok, the charger is one of those weird ones in the shopping mall in the parking, so it was a bit of a challenge to find it. Usually I just check on the Google Maps reviews, but while I was driving it wasn't convenient to check the map and to read something. But anyway, I found it. First I stopped at the last stall of Tesla supercharger and it didn't work, so I waited for one car to leave and I finally found one of the stops. This charger is, I wish I could avoid, but also at the same time it's impossible because I don't have enough charge to get to Lithuania. Maybe if you're driving here and you know any alternative companies, maybe Ionity, maybe it's easier to charge there. I'm glad I'm charging. I'm gonna walk around shopping mall, buy some stuff and continue the road trip. I resupplied on some water and bought some vitamins. I'm gonna continue eating my sandwiches, made them at home and I still haven't finished them. I hope they didn't go bad. This part from Warsaw to Białystok was probably the easiest road I've ever driven. Very good quality highway, nothing in front of you and nothing behind you for kilometers. Turn on the autopilot and just cruise through the road. So it was such a nice trip, and it's especially great because I'm at this point on the third day of driving. I'm a bit tired, so it's nice to just relax with autopilot. So far Poland was really great. Apart from the area near Warsaw, everything is very smooth. The driving experience is pretty good. There was a toll road from the border with Germany, so near the Berlin, and up until Warsaw it was almost all tolls. I'm gonna show you how much I paid. I think it was quite expensive. One thing was surprising is that when you exiting the toll road, usually there's like an automat machines. You enter your ticket and pay, and there was like a lady sitting there taking the ticket by hands and just showing you the terminal to pay. It was quite funny, a bit of an old school. Nothing else to add, and I'm gonna finish my sandwich and I'm gonna drive to Lithuania. Next stop is Kaunas, which is a Lithuanian city with a Tesla supercharger. This time is on the chargers on the street, thankfully I already checked. Almost done, 99%, a little bit more, it's gonna be 100. I'm gonna arrive to Lithuania on 31% and it's gonna be in 3 hours, 20 minutes and 264 kilometers. Let's go to Lithuania.
Trying to reach the shore, we're drowning memories on the ocean floor.
I forgot to mention, but apparently this shopping mall, first of all, it's in the middle of the city in Białystok. This is a big downside. You need to go through the traffic jams. It's not a big city, but still there's like a 20-25 minutes circling around the city. And second, I don't know how it works, but it's apparently the parking is free. I was worried that I need to pay for parking as well, but it's just opened for me when I entered and then opened when I closed. Maybe it's free for everyone, I'm not sure. Maybe it's limited to some time, but anyway, it was free parking. And by the way, I already hit 31,000 on my odometer. Absolutely beautiful road. It's not a highway anymore, which is a bit disappointing, I guess, because I can only drive for like 90 and sometimes it's 70. But the road is absolutely gorgeous. The sun came out of clouds and it's beautiful, and a lot of forest, which I don't see as much in Netherlands. There's a lot of like very nice fields and forests around. I'm just mesmerized. It's so great. And look at this, it's a windmill in Poland. I kind of feel a bit weird sitting in a car and always talking to myself. Well, I'm talking to the camera, but still feels weird. It seems that up until Lithuania I'm gonna be going through all of these fields and forests. It seems there are no more highway after Białystok, but it's so nice. I'm not even complaining because the views are absolutely happiness for my eyes. Okay, it was nice at first, but now it all reminds me of Romania. If you haven't checked my video, I was talking there about going through villages. The national road goes through villages instead of highway, and it's kind of same thing started here. I see people walking on the side of the road. There are houses around me. I'm just driving 50 kilometers, then 60, 70, then 50 again when entering a new village. Somewhere in front of me I see those heavy vehicles and trucks, which means probably gonna take a while to go through these roads. But we'll see how it goes. I will update you. Okay, I did a little stop. I have hope, because this road, number 8, it goes for a little bit, and then I see it merges into this E67 or S61, and I think it's a highway already. And then I'm crossing the Lithuania and it's highway from there. So I'm hopeful I'm gonna get back on the highway. It's a little bit hard to drive here. It's very, very slow. Yay, I'm back on the highway. Well, kinda. It's still 2 lanes. One goes to the front and one in my opposite direction, but at least it's no longer the road that goes through villages and cities. I think it's not as so far that I'm gonna reach the Lithuanian border already. This part with a national road through the villages, I think it took like 1 hour and 30 minutes. I think if you don't go to Białystok, you don't go through this road. All right, now I'm finally truly back on the highway. It's very nice. I think I'm approaching the border. My internet stopped working on a Tesla, and also I see there's a lot of trucks around. Let's see what kind of border Poland and Lithuania has.
In 2 kilometers, enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
The border so far memorable for the construction work, and you can see on the right side the Lietuvos Respublika, which probably means Lithuanian Republic in Lithuanian. I already see Lithuanian flags around. The Tesla navigator shows something crazy, like going to the left from here. Tesla navigator continue being completely confused with my road. It recalculated the navigation a few times already.
Now bear left onto E67. Now make a U-turn to stay on E67. Now turn right to take the E67 slip road. Now stay straight to take the E67 slip road.
Tesla navigator continue going completely nuts.
In 2 kilometers, make a U-turn.
I feel a bit confused because I don't know where I'm going now. Tesla
In 200
navigator
meters, turn right onto E67, A5.
cannot agree with me. It's always asking to turn somewhere. I cannot really turn from here to anywhere.
In 300 meters, turn left onto Ramibsgat.
I think it doesn't understand that this highway exists. Although I see it on the scheme of the map, but the road for some reason doesn't want to navigate through it. Maybe it's a new highway, maybe it was opened recently. I think I'm already in Lithuania for a while, so there was no borders. Basically even less than in Western countries I experienced, where at least one police machine there. There was just construction workers, that's it. You can see this sign which said Kaunas, and this is the city where I need to go for charging, so I think I'm driving correctly. Let's hope Tesla Navigator will figure this out at some point. As you can see, I'm very much a person who follows the machine, the navigator. I never drive without the directions. The first time it got confused, it got me really nervous as well.
Turn right onto E67, A5.
No. I haven't seen the sign with the speed limits, but Tesla says it's 130. That's what I'm gonna be following. It's 1 hour until the supercharger. Wow, I just saw the sign with the turn to Russia, and it kind of shocked me a little bit because I didn't realize how close I am to the Russian border here. This little part of Russia with Kaliningrad in there. Kind of weird feeling, I don't know why. Maybe because I haven't been so close to Russia for a while. I'm very close, but it's already 5 p.m. so there's quite a lot of traffic jams. I guess people going from work. Last traffic jam hopefully, and 11 minutes until the last charger of the trip.
I don't know who we are. Do you remember love? How do we mend what's broken? Can we get back to us? I've been stuck in a bad dream that can't seem to end.
I'm at the last supercharger for this trip in Kaunas. I circled around the city for a bit. It was painful because the traffic jams are everywhere. A few things I realized. First of all, I forgot, but it's a different time zone here in the Lithuania and Belarus, of course. I kind of lost 1 hour. And the second thing, my autopilot started acting up. I enabled it one time and it's pushed the brake in 1 minute, like very sharply. I kind of waited for a bit and then I turned it on again and it started acting really crazy, like it's seeing some kind of obstacle. So it started like braking and moving car in different directions. It was kind of scary. I decided not to use it anymore, which added tiredness to my driving for the last hour. I think it's because of the sun, because sun is always behind me, and I turned on to see the cameras, what's shown on the cameras, and there's like a huge ball of light, and I think it's reflecting on the other cars as well, so cameras confused. It's a good reminder that even how good the Tesla autopilot is, unfortunately it's not perfect, and you need to be constantly aware, constantly be attentive to take the controls at all times. Anyway, I'm gonna charge. I'm going to the final stretch to Vilnius. I'm fully charged, 100%, 1 hour and 4 minutes and 98 kilometers until my apartment near the Vilnius airport. I'm quite tired, to be honest. I don't even want to think now about the tomorrow trip on the bus. I just want to finish the trip and check into the hotel. Let's go.
Now I wish we could go back, but I know we can't. Is there still time to give this one last chance?
100 meters. Take the A1, the 85 exit on the right towards Vilnius.
It's getting darker, as you can see on the video, but hopefully I will manage to reach the destination before it gets completely dark.
I won't let you down, won't let you down again. Oh, I won't let you down, won't let you down again.
Here it is, Vilnius side.
Give me one last chance.
Hopefully the last traffic jam for the trip. I'm not sure how much you can see on the camera now, it's kind of dark, but the moon is absolutely insane. It's huge and it's red.
I've been stuck in a bad dream that can't
I think this road, it is as much as I will see of Vilnius because I'm gonna park near the airport, just rest and took off tomorrow. So let's enjoy some Vilnius views.
In 2 kilometers, bear right onto 202.
I won't let you down, won't let you down again.
I'm very close. I think it's 500 more meters. This area, honestly, not what I expected. Some
In 200 meters, turn right
factory
onto
zone. Doesn't look like airport at all.
Now your destination is on the left.
I'm gonna check in and then we'll be back with the video. This looks quite nice. It's small, but has everything I need. TV, kettle, even stove. I think, oh, even a fridge. Microwave, of course, toilet, shower, sink. And let's check out views. I don't think I'm gonna be enjoying them, but yeah, I don't see anything. I'm gonna go to the car and take all this stuff, and I'm gonna tell you the plan for tomorrow. And just for the record, we have 68%. I traveled for 1,692 kilometers. Yeah, look at this mess on the back. I was just throwing the bottles there. It's all fun bottles from Germany, so I'm gonna give them back on the way back probably. Whew. All right, first car part of the trip has finished officially. I didn't really like driving around Lithuania. Maybe I got unlucky, but it seems like there are a lot of chaotic movement and a lot, at least I met a lot of those people, you know, when you overtake someone and you go on the left side of the highway and they drive for like 200 kilometers or like 250 and they just tailgate you really closely and start flashing with the flashlights, basically saying get out of the way. You are overtaking a huge truck, for example, so you couldn't really do anything. These people think they are the only one on this planet who need to go somewhere quickly. But anyway, those people exist everywhere, but it's just on the road to Vilnius I experienced maybe like 10 of them. 80% of them were driving BMW, which is often the case. Not all the BMW drivers are bad, it's just, it happens that bad drivers drive BMW. Anyway, I'm here, I'm happy, I'm looking forward to relaxing a little bit. The plan for tomorrow, I have a bus at 5 a.m. which is like craziness continuous from Vilnius airport to Minsk. I'm right nearby. In the morning I need to wake up and I want to move my car to a dedicated parking, like an airport parking. I already booked it for the whole trip for the 10 days. I could easily drop the car here, leave it here near the hotel, but it's a street parking, so I'm a little bit worried. So I'm gonna go with the dedicated parking. They have a surveillance, they have like a 24/7 monitoring. So it actually wasn't expensive at all. It cost 60 euro for 10 or 11 days. It's good. So I need to move the car, then I need to walk to the bus station. So I think I need to wake up at like 4, which is crazy. I hope I'm gonna get some shut-eye on the bus. But today, the last thing I need is to figure out where to get food. It's kind of nothing around here, but I'm just gonna Google it. I couldn't find anything in the proximity of my apartment. There are some weird small stores. There are some restaurants, but I just really don't want to drive again, and I also parked really nicely. I don't want to lose this space. So I think I'm gonna try and download Bolt and order something. Wow, that's huge. I was quite surprised of the price of the pizza. It cost 21 euro, which is a bit insane, but look at this size. It's massive. I think I'm gonna have a breakfast with it as well. I just realized I need to wake up around 3:45 and leave at 4 a.m. So I have time to safely park my car and walk toward the bus and arrive to the bus a little bit in advance as they ask. So I think I'm gonna destroy half of the pizza and just gonna try and sleep as much as possible. I see you in the morning. Good morning. It's 3:53, meaning I slept for a little bit over 3 hours and I need to be quick because at 5 is my bus and I want to be there at least 20 minutes before, so I need to drive my car to the parking and walk to the bus station and also bring all my stuff to the car. So let's go. City tax. Bye bye. Eco parking number 3.
Now turn left onto Metallic
6 minutes. Wow, it's crazy misty. I can't even clean my windshield. It's crazy. I can't see anything through my windshield. I hope it's gonna start warming up soon. Okay, I had to stop and try to clean up it a little bit, but it doesn't go better. Okay, it's from the inside. That's much better. I created this little gap so I can see through.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Geolid Gap. Then turn right onto Taki Plenters.
Surprisingly, but at 4 a.m. in the morning there's already some life going on, some construction workers, some traffic even. Okay, eco parking number 3, that's mine. Let's see how it looks like. I'm glad there's a signs already, so that's a good sign. Here it is. It's massive, but also not so much empty space there.
Now you have arrived at your destination.
Okay. Oh, nice. It showed my plate number and I can go in. There are some numbers on the parking spots, but I don't think I have a new number. So I guess I can park anywhere. Oh, there's plenty of space. No, I don't want to go on the last row. I'm just gonna park right here. Hop. That's where my car is gonna be parked for the next 10 days. Unfortunately, I had to turn off the sentry, but nowadays I can turn it on from the mobile to check for my car and turn off again. Thankfully they did this update. I'm leaving it with 65%. Should be enough to get back and drive the car to the next charger as well. I'm just gonna put everything inside the trunk. Not that I'm not trusting this parking space, it's just always a good idea not to show anything through. So I'm gonna check if I didn't forget anything. That's it. I'm kinda sad a little bit leaving the car. Bye bye, see you in 10 days. I just really hope nothing happens with it. Let's remember it in a good shape. In the meanwhile, I'm carless now. Let's head to the bus station. I think I'm pretty good. It's 4:17 and I think it's around 20 minutes walking here, so I should be on time. One last time. Bye bye. In the hindsight, I think I should have booked a taxi. It's very, very cold. I think it's +4. I need to walk for 20 minutes. I was a little worried that this path goes through some kind of highway and I need to walk on the side of the road, but no. It's actually a nice pedestrian area right towards the bus station and cars are over there. Thank God we are in Europe. This is another of those parkings, A1, and mine is A3. So this one is much closer to the airport, but it costs almost twice is the one I parked there. There are more parking spots here. This one said €7 para, which I don't know what means. I hope it doesn't mean per day, because this one would be almost as cheap and it's much closer. I think this shining thing is where I'm headed. It's 4:30, so I'm definitely on time. One thing I wanted to point it out from yesterday's trip is that I haven't met any of the cars with the Dutch plates since I entered Poland. I hope you guys like those videos, because no other crazy person would drive from the Netherlands to Vilnius and then on the bus to Minsk. Unique content right here. Okay, I'm a little bit worried because there is no signs or anything like this for the buses. All the signs only show departures from the airport, planes and local buses. So I hope I'm at the right spot. I'm gonna start panicking in like 5 to 10 minutes. After worrying for about 10-15 minutes with other passengers and even calling the bus company where nobody answered, the bus has finally arrived, which was a huge relief. After about 20 minutes, we arrived at Lithuanian-Belarusian border at 5:44. It was a little bit scary part for me, as I didn't know what to expect. Lithuanian part was fast and straightforward, taking around 20 minutes. And we arrived at in between the countries at around 6:10. There was one shop working with the coffee machine. Belarusian border was a bit more thorough and took about an hour. They didn't have any questions to me, except if I have any euro with me, it's forbidden to bring euro cash. But people with non-Russian passports, like Americans, had quite a bit of questioning. At around 7:20 we entered Belarus. The weird part was that bus was sprayed out with some kind of gas, supposedly antibacterial or anti-disease.
So you know that you've sown, and all those seeds have grown.
Another 2 hours and I was in Minsk bus station.
But always seeking, well, I'm balled up, I'm leaning to you now.
Alright, my friends, I'm in Minsk. Such a surreal feeling to see Cyrillic letters and Russian everywhere again. So far it doesn't really even feel like a different country. It's like I'm back in Russia since I haven't been there for quite a while. It's weird. It's a strange feeling. Anyway, I'm gonna walk to some coffee shop.
'Cause I will follow you for the last time. For the last time.
I went on the last floor to my apartment on the 19th floor, and then I realized I need to pick up the keys downstairs in the mailboxes. So I'm going back. Okay, so I'm checked in my apartment and I think we need to wrap it up. Let me just show you around. This area is a little bit outskirts. If you know the outskirts of the Netherlands, suburban areas, let me just show you how it looks here in Minsk. This is a new district, but also I think the same in Russia, in Moscow and St. Petersburg. This is how it looks. Just endless towers. They're building, of course, the new ones. And in the another room you can see there is no end to them. And of course on that side as well. We call those areas end houses because people like ants in these areas. But anyway, I'm happy. I needed the apartment with 3 beds. This is the only one I found, and it's 10 minutes drive from the city center. Minsk is not a very large city, and the taxi costs like €2, so I'd rather gonna be just taking a taxi every day. I'm gonna stay here for 10 days in Minsk. I'm gonna meet my parents tomorrow. They are traveling by train from St. Petersburg. Super excited to meet them after all those years. Gonna be a nice bonding time with the family. This trip was kinda crazy if you think about it. I hope this video turned out to be at least entertaining or maybe useful if you're planning something similar. Yeah, there is not much else to say. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I see you in the next one. Doo-doo.